Hi and welcome to the channel Newtown Naughty Boy once again, and in this video I'm going to be talking about shimming your scope. And if you had looked or viewed my previous video regarding how to set your scope up on your air rifle, then you will have noted that I mentioned a process or procedure for shimming your scope. If you find that your shots can't be brought in within the limits of what your scope allows you to adjust to. So if you remember last time, on the last video regarding setting your scope up, as part of that video I set up a white piece of paper, a target outside an A4 sheet. I had drawn a circle on this about 3 or 4 inches across and put a dot in the middle, and I suggested that you take some shots at this initially to ensure that your scope is going to perform where you think it's going to perform. And I said that if your initial shots after setting your scope up centrally using the turret methods, you can watch my previous video to see how I did that, but I centered each of the turrets up for the latitude and the vertical adjustment centrally, and you can watch the previous video as to how I did that. But once done that, I went outside and we took some shots to see if the grouping was within this circle or around about this circle. And I said to you that if your shots then were maybe down the bottom here, or indeed up the top of the paper, then you may need to shim your scope, and that's what we're going to discuss today. So to demonstrate this today, I have a set of scope mounts here that I've opened up. I've taken the top halves off. I don't have a scope to demonstrate this with, but I do have this nice shiny silencer here which will demonstrate or replace the scope and give you some idea about what we're talking about here. So presuming your shots on your white piece of paper have gone and you've tried to adjust your with the top turret, the one that moves the shot higher, and you've run out of adjustment by doing that, then you need to shim the scope. And the way that we would do this is to place some material in this forward facing mount in the bottom half of the mount itself. So one of the recommended materials that you can use for this is some aluminium from a Coke can or a pop can. So you cut out a strip of aluminium, and I've got a piece here that I've cut out, and you place it actually in the bottom half of the scope mount like that, and of course your scope is then going to be placed over that, and the net result of that of course is that your scope is raised up slightly at this end. Now what that's going to cause is for your shots to actually target slightly. Now you may find that you need to perhaps place more than one piece of aluminium. I would try one piece first to see what difference that makes to your shots. If it's not good enough, then maybe you place another piece in there. So these are thin enough to kind of create the effect that you want, and by placing in one or two, maybe that's all you need to do. Okay, so if your shots need to come, of course the opposite works, and we would place strips of aluminium in the scope mount that's nearest to you at the back of the gun, and again place our scope on top. And by doing this, of course, the scope starts to slope down and your shots will start. So that's the desired effect really, and it needs a little bit of experiment with. You might find that instead of aluminium you want to use some tape in here, some soft tape or something, some other material. In the past people used to use old film negative to do this because it was a softer material, but aluminium's quite good, but you might want to use something like some tape or something like that. But anything that raises the scope at either end will have the desired effect. So that's really all I wanted to say about that. Of course, if you've got any comments on this video or some further advice, then please leave some comments in the bottom for me. And if you found this video interesting and useful, then please like the video, and also if you wish to subscribe further to videos made by me, then that's great. That helps me and gives me the incentive to produce more videos for you. So that's it from me, and I'll see you on the next video. Well, if you've ever wondered where the name Newtown Naughty Boy comes from, well, you can learn a little bit more about that. I did write a book last year, and quite recently I've had the book republished. It's got a nice new cover on it. It details my story really, growing up in the UK in a small town, and all the things that I got up to during the 50s, 60s and 70s. There's quite a bit in there. There's some pictures, there's illustrations, there's a little bit of naughtiness, there's quite a bit of airgun shooting and shenanigans. There's stuff that will make you laugh in this book. It's a book you can order from Amazon, but also it's available on Kindle quite cheaply, so why not give it a go? It's a really good read, and then you can give me some feedback on it. Hope you enjoy. Give it a try.